Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we will learn about the most powerful tool for Salesforce that is useful for admins as well as developers, and the tool is Salesforce Data Loader that we are going to talk about in this video. So whether you are exporting, importing, updating or deleting large amounts of data, then in that case the Data Loader tool will be very helpful for you, and it will also save you a tons of time. So in this video we are going to discuss about everything that you need to know about the Salesforce Data Loader. So what exactly is the Salesforce Data Loader? So it's a client application that you need to download and install on your computer, and it allows to interact with your Salesforce data directly from your desktop. And using the data loader, you can handle large volumes of data, that is 5 million records at a time, which is way more that you can do with the Salesforce built-in import tools like Data Import Wizard. So the data loader supports various data operations like insert, update, upsert, delete, and hard delete and export. So these functionalities make it an essential tool for data migration and cleanup tasks. And I've also mentioned a step-by-step guide in the video link from where you can see how you can install the data loader in your system. And once the data loader is installed, you have to run the installer. And the process is very straightforward, that you have to just follow the prompt. And once installed, we have to log in with our user credential each time when you are going to perform any data operation. And how you are going to do that, that's what I am going to tell you in this video ahead. So let's move ahead and see the working of Salesforce Data Loader. So after installing the data loader in your system, it will appear outside your Salesforce org. That means you do not need to log in into your Salesforce developer account to access the data loader tool. It will be visible on the location where you have deployed it. So in my case, I have deployed it on the desktop. So when I click on this data loader, it will load in the prompt, and after this it will ask me to log in. So now we have opened the data loader tool, and you can see these are the options of data operations like insert, update, upsert, delete, undelete, export and export all. So first we are going to perform the insert operation, and how we are going to do that, we have to simply click on the insert button. And as we click on the insert button, it will ask for the login. So there are two ways to log in. Then either use the authentication from your Salesforce developer account, and you can also choose the option password authentication, and here you have to enter the username and the password. And in this case I will use the authentication, so I will select the authentication and then click on the login. And as we click on the login, I have to log into my Salesforce account that I have created. So this is my Salesforce developer account and here I have to click allow to give the access of URL and APIs to the data loader. Here click continue. So as of now the data loader got the access, and here you can see this is the second step that we are right now. So we have selected the insert operation. That means we are going to add or insert records in our Salesforce org. So in this example, I will show you how you can add contact. So for that, we will select the contact object, and here we have to select the CSV file. So the CSV file contains the details of the field that you are going to insert with the help of data loader. So let me show you how you can create a CSV file to insert the data. And if you are not sure that what fields you need in your CSV file, so for example, you are taking the contact records to insert. So to know the fields that you are going to need in the CSV file, so for that simply navigate to the object that you are going to insert. So here I will navigate to the contacts tab, and in the contacts tab I will click on the new button, and here you can see these are the required field to create the contact, that is the name, last name. So for example, if your organization requires contacts to be associated with accounts, so you need to add the accounts tab in your CSV file. So in the CSV file we will create the header columns with the field names. So the first required field is last name, then I will enter email, and that's it. These are the two fields that are required. And in Salesforce we know that we can create contacts with the last name only, but here I am taking the two fields. So for the last name I will take example as, so as of now I've created the CSV file. So in this example I'm going to insert the three contacts record with the help of data loaders. So here I need to save the file. Select the location in your system from where you can access this CSV file, and after saving the location for the CSV file, go back to the data loader tool, and here click on the browse button. So this is the file I have created right now, and after selecting the file, click on the open button. And as of now, the CSV file is selected, and here click on the next button. And as of now, you can see it is initializing the CSV file. And if the CSV file is uploaded correctly, then it will show the initialization succeed. Here we have to click on the OK button to proceed. So for the context, we can select the lookup fields like account, owner, and reports. But in this example, I'm not going to select any of the lookup fields. So here I will click on the next button. And now we have to map the CSV file with the fields of the object. For that, click on the button create or edit a map. And you can see these are the lookup field. And now we have to map the CSV header column fields with the names of the object field. For that, you can click on the field auto match field to the columns. And you can see now the column header is now auto match with the field name. And in case they are not auto match, then you have to drag the Salesforce object fields down to the column mapping. That is like you have to drag it like this. And to remove the mapping, you can also select the row and click delete on the keyboard. And after mapping, click on the button OK and then click next. And in this window, you can see this is the location of the CSV file that will be created after the data operation. And it will show you the successful insert and the errors that occurred during the data operation. And here we have to click on the finish button. And as we click on the finish, you will get a warning message on your screen, and here click yes to proceed. So as we can see, we have got 3 successful inserts and 0 errors. That means we have successfully inserted the contact records in our Salesforce environment. And to view the successfully insert records, you have to simply click on the view successes. And in the status, you can see it is showing item created. That means record is created in your Salesforce environment. So here we will click on the OK button to close the data operation. And now I will show you the records that we have created right now using the data loader tool. For that, I will navigate to the contacts tab and I will refresh it again. So when I set the list view for new this week, so these are the 3 records that we have inserted using the data loader tool. So this is how you can insert the records using the Salesforce Data Loader tool. And the next thing that we are going to see is the update operation. So I'm going to take the same example of this contact record. For example, you have to update any fields like account name, title, phone, or anything in this. Let's take example of the email field that I have to update the email of this two contacts. So for that, I will first click on the update button. Let me make some corrections in our CSV file. We are going to use the same CSV file. So here I am adding some digits in the email. So now I have made the changes in the CSV file. Now we will again go back to the data loader and here click on the update button. Again we have to log in with our credentials. And here I have to browse the CSV file that we have created right now. And after selecting the CSV file, sorry, here I forgot to select the contact object. And after selecting the object and the CSV file, click on the next button. And it has successfully initialized the CSV file. So here click on the OK button to proceed. And here click next. And in this step, we have to again do the mapping exactly how we have done it in the insert operation. So for that, click on the button create or edit a map. And here click auto match field to the columns. So as you can see, the fields are auto matched to the CSV header columns. And after mapping, click on the OK button and here click next and then click finish at the last. Now in the warning message, click yes to proceed. And it is giving us 3 errors. So let's check what are the 3 errors that we are facing. ID not specified in the update call. So yes, whenever you need to update a record, you should have the ID of those records. So how you will get the ID? So for that you need to run the data export operation. So let me tell you how you can run the data export operation. So for data export, you have to click on the export button. And here we are going to select the contact object. And in the choose a target for the extraction, you have to select so here you have to enter the name of the extracted CSV file and then choose the location for it. So I will name it as extract new contacts and then click next. So here we have to select the query field that we want to export. So here I will select the ID field, last name, name and email. So in the extracted CSV file, it will show the 4 query fields that we have selected right now. And after selecting the query fields, click on the finish button and click yes to proceed. And here we have got the 50 contact records. Here click on view extraction. So these were the 3 records that we have created today, and these are the IDs of these contacts. So we will first open this CSV file in the external program, and as you click on it, it will open your CSV file in the MS Excel. So from here I will take the IDs of these 3 records and copy it, and now I will go back to the CSV file that we have created, and here I will create the column ID, and in the ID column I will paste the ID values that we have copied from the extracted CSV file. And you can also update the records by making the changes in the extracted CSV file. You don't need to create the new CSV file to update the records every time. And after this we will save the CSV file, and again I will go back to the data loader tool, and here I will close the previous data operations, and here I will click on the update button, and then we will select the contact object, and now we will select the CSV file that we are creating right now. And after selecting the CSV file, click on the next button, and here click OK to proceed. Here click next, and in this step we have to do the mapping with the CSV header column to the object field names. For that, click on the button create or edit a map, and in the mapping window click on the button automate field to columns, and then click OK. And after this we have to click on the next button, and here click finish, and in the warning message click on the yes to proceed. And now you can see these are the 3 successful updates and with the 0 errors. So let's view the success message, and you can see the status is showing item updated. And the next one is the upsert operation. So the upsert operation is like you can do insert and update at the same time. And I will also mention a video link in the description in one of my video where I have shown how to upsert the data using the data loader tool. And the next important data operation that we can perform using the data loader tool is the delete operation. We will click on the delete button, and now we are going to delete these 3 contacts that we have created right now. So for that, click on the contact object, and now we are going to browse the CSV file that we have created right now because it have the ID, name and the other fields. And to update and as well as for the delete, we need to have the ID of the records. So now I've selected the CSV file and click open, and after selecting the CSV file, click on the next button, and as we can see it has successfully initialized the CSV file. So click on the OK button, and to map the fields, click on the button create or edit a map. And to delete the records, we only need the ID of the records. So either you can drag the ID fields to the column mapping, or you can click on the button automate field to columns. And after mapping the fields, click on the OK button, and here click next. So at last we have to click on the finish button, and in the warning message that if you are okay with deleting the existing record, click yes to begin. So we will click the yes button, and now it is showing another warning message that the number of record allowed in your recycle bin is limited. So make sure that the data you are going to delete do not exceed the limit of the recycle bin, and here click on the yes button, and now you can see the data delete operation is started. And after the completion of the data operation, you can see here we got the 3 successful delete with the 0 errors. So let's click on the button view successes to see the status, and in the status you can see the items are deleted. So in this way you can delete the records using the Salesforce Data Loader tool. Now click on the OK button to close the data operation. So this was all about the use case of the Salesforce Data Loader tool, and there are some things that you need to keep in check before performing any data operation using the data loader tool. That is, always backup your data before making any bulk changes, and secondary, the double check your field mappings to avoid mistakes. For example, if you have mapped the wrong fields, then either it will give you an error or it will update your data in a wrong way. And use the upsert operation for merging new and existing records, and instead of update it is better to prefer the upsert operation for merging new and existing records. Whenever you are going to perform any data operation using the data loader, it is better to test with a small batch first, especially for the updates and the delete. So this was all about the use cases of Salesforce data loader. I hope by now you have understood all the useful functionalities of data loader tool, and by now you will be able to perform the data operations in your org using the Salesforce data loader tool. And that was all about for the Salesforce data loader in this video. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you did, then please give a like and consider to subscribe our channel for more Salesforce tips. And if you have any questions or topics you would like me to cover, drop a comment below. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.